I have to stop you right now because what I'm about to say could really mean the difference between you keeping your license or losing it for good. There won't be any of these brand new UK driving rules next month or next year. They are being put in place right now, in February 2026. Even scarier is the fact that most British drivers have no idea these changes have happened. One mistake could cost you hundreds of pounds in fines, get you points on your license, or even give you a criminal record that will follow you around for the rest of your life. Yes, I'm not kidding, this is not spreading fear. Real life is happening right now, and you need to know what's going on before you turn the key again. Stay with me for a minute or two, because what I'm about to say could save your license, your money, and your whole future on the road. Thanks for coming back to UK Pension Insider. I can't stress enough how important it is that you're here with me today. We need to have an absolutely essential talk about changes that are fundamentally changing the way driving laws work in the UK. Some of the biggest, most important, and most dramatic changes to British driving rules have been happening since at least 2010 in February 2026. You shouldn't just ignore these small changes to policies or routine tasks. Significant changes will occur that will totally alter how you drive, where you can park, what you can legally do on your cell phone, how you interact with pedestrians and other road users, and what equipment your vehicle must have installed. Here's what really worries me. It keeps me up at night to think about how thousands of honest, law-abiding British drivers are about to be caught off guard. It's not like the government has been shouting about these changes from the roofs. There hasn't been a huge effort to make people aware of what's changing across the country. Informative leaflets haven't been mailed to everyone, and there haven't been primetime TV shows explaining what's happening and why it matters. This basically means that millions of hardworking British drivers, good people like you and me who followed the rules and try to do the right thing, will be shocked by rules they had no idea existed when they wake up in February. They won't know they're breaking the law until it's too late. They'll have to pay fines, penalties, and lose points on their license for no reason of their own. No one cared to tell them that the basic rules of the road had changed overnight. That's exactly the point of UK Pension Insider, why I put everything I have into making this material for you. I'm here to cut through the government jargon and bureaucratic noise and give you the information that really matters to your daily life. I want to keep you safe, informed, empowered, and confident as you deal with all the changes to the law that affect your pension, healthcare, benefits, and today, your right to drive on British roads. My job, my goal, and my promise to you is to make sure that you are never caught off guard, never taken by surprise, and never exposed to laws you didn't even know existed. Maybe one of the most important, useful, and life-changing videos I've ever made for this channel is the one I'm sharing with you today. And I'm not just saying that because these changes to the law don't just affect some drivers or groups of drivers, they have an effect on everyone in the UK who drives a car. These changes affect everyone, no matter their age or how often they drive, every day or just on the weekends, whether they just passed their test last month or have been a safe driver for 40 years. There are no special groups, exemptions, or excuses. Please do me a huge favor right now. If you want to get alerts when I post new videos, click the subscribe button below this one. This information could save you a huge amount of money in fines and charges over the next few years. You might be able to keep your license from getting points or being taken away completely. It might keep you out of trouble with the law and save you the stress, worry, and money problems that come with being charged with crimes you didn't even know were crimes. Now let's get right to these very important changes. There will be no ambiguity in my words as I explain each one. This way you will know exactly what is expected of you, what you need to do to stay legal, and what could happen if you get it wrong. First, let's talk about something that affects almost every driver in Britain right now: rules for cell phones. You might be thinking that you already know all of these rules about using your phone while driving, but I'm here to tell you that starting in February 2026, these rules will be even stricter, more thorough, and more strictly followed. They will close every single loophole that some drivers have been using for years. There is no longer any doubt, no room for interpretation, and no reason for not following the new law. There is no longer any room for opinion or making up new reasons. With these new rules, it is illegal to do anything on a handheld cell phone while driving a car with the engine going. I'm going to explain in great depth what this means for you in real-life driving situations. You are not allowed to touch that phone, even if you are stuck in traffic that hasn't moved for 5 minutes. You can't answer that phone even if you're stopped at a red light with your foot on the brake and the stopper pulled all the way down. You absolutely cannot connect with that device in any way, even if you think you're just quickly looking at who's calling or checking one small notification that you think might be important. They only make two exceptions, and they are very specific. If your phone is safely mounted in an approved hands-free cradle, and you're only using voice commands and never touching the screen, or if you're safely parked in a designated parking space with the engine off, not just in neutral or idling with the handbrake on. The car has to be locked, the key taken out, and the engine turned off totally. Let me give you a clear picture of what this means in real-life situations that you face all the time. Even though it would only take a second, you can't pick up your phone and change the song playing in your car. It can't be grabbed to quickly change the satellite tracking if you realize you've gone off course and need to get back on track. Even if you put it on speakers right away and think that makes it legal, you can't hold it to answer a call. You can't check a text message that just came through, even if you think it might be really important or pressing. Now it's clear that all of these things are clearly and completely illegal, and if you get caught doing any of them, you will face major consequences. In what ways are those penalties? For every offense, you will get 6 punishment points on your license and a £200 fine. Let's take a moment to really think about what 6 points means in the real world. Getting 6 points means you can't drive for 2 years if you're a new driver who just passed their test. It's not enough to lose those points and keep going. That's it, you lose your license forever, and you have to start the whole process over, which is hard, expensive, and takes a lot of time. This includes taking both the theory test and the practice test again. It only took one careless moment to lose all the time, money, and effort you put into getting your license in the first place. The government isn't making these rules stricter for no reason. The numbers that led to this choice are truly sobering and very worrying. For many years, researchers have collected a lot of evidence that using a cell phone while driving makes you 4 times more likely to be in a major accident. 4 times. In terms of risk, that's not a small or minor increase. All of a sudden, the danger is much greater. Studies have shown that a distraction of just 3 seconds can lead to a crash. In those 3 seconds, you move 100 feet at 30 miles per hour, which is the speed limit in most neighborhoods. That is the exact length of 3 double-decker buses put together. Imagine going the length of 3 buses lined up end to end without being able to see anything. That's pretty much what happens to your control and awareness when you look down at your phone. Not only that, but the cops aren't doing nothing either. They are using more complex and advanced ways to find people than ever before in the history of British police work. For example, they have special cams that can see right into cars and accurately identify people who are using their phones. Officers are getting more and better training to spot the signs of drivers who are distracted by their phones, such as drivers who are looking down at their laps instead of the road, vehicles that are drifting dangerously within their lanes, or drivers who are slow to respond at traffic lights when they change. Every month, the equipment and training get better very quickly. This makes it much more likely that someone will be caught. Now, let's talk in more depth about intelligent speed support systems. In February 2026, the whole country will experience yet another very big change. Effective immediately, all new cars sold will have to have this technology built in.